Did I fall asleep? Huh? I thought I was just looking at the sky, but...
寝てたのかな。また寝てたのか。今日はずっと起きてようと思ったのに。
I fell asleep in the middle of the day again. Well, whatever.
さてと、そろそろ帰ろうかな。
It didn't feel like much time had passed, but the sun was already setting. It was already time to go
帰る
home.
か。
I looked disinterestedly out over the city from the rooftop. The traffic on the evening highway was getting heavier. It was starting to clog up already. You know what I think is happening? Actually, very early theory. Because we did see Yuki on a roof, like smoking a cigarette. It looks like the same kind of roof with the fence right there. Maybe every time he quote unquote goes to sleep, it's when his personality shifts to Yuki. I think that probably will end up being what's going on here. Like the Takuji part of him just goes dormant. And then Yuki comes out. Cars are just a nuisance. No other mode of transportation does as much damage to the environment. There's almost always just one or two people in a single car. But they put out so much exhaust. A train doesn't put out any exhaust at all. Cars are just annoyances. The number of people smoking has been declining lately. I wish the same thing would start happen with cars. Yeah, I'm good. I don't want to have to rely on a bunch of different things. I'd rather be able to guarantee my own arrival. Car exhaust is just as bothersome as cigarette smoke. And that's even more annoying than that. Maybe. Are you stupid? Don't use a car, just ride the train. Okay. Everyone talks about going green and how we could save the planet, so why do they drive cars? Well, I guess that's just how it is. They're just being manipulated by the media. No. No, I have to go many miles to go to said areas. I'm not walking. There's no train that goes there. Fuck off. Because the media has to answer to big corporations. Yeah, it bugs me. Those fools should just die. Pretty much all the guys who are into cars are lowlifes. Well, either that or gearheads. And pretty much only idiots like cars. God, you have a really shitty sense of self, buddy. Really low self-esteem. Yeah, fucking stupid whores. While I was looking down at the station, lost in thought, something strange caught my eye. She wasn't wearing a uniform, so I wasn't 100% sure, but... I watched over from the two from above. Takashima, huh? She knows about my secret place. But she still hasn't told anyone about it. This is something I noticed lately, but that girl is different. She's different from the other idiots who get swept away by life. That's why I like her, but... I like her a lot, but... I can't tell that you like her because you do never talk to her. I wish she could come to my base sometime. Or maybe you need to make the initiative. Maybe there is something that comes to mind. While I was lost in thought, Takashima and Minakami said their goodbyes. After Takashima separated from her, she met up with two girls I'd never even seen before. Then they turned into the alleyway. Wonder what school's uniform that is. I've seen it a few times before. I came running from the roof, but Takashima was gone. I was a bit disappointed. I thought I might be able to calm down and talk to them since they went into the alley. Well, probably not. I felt like the atmosphere was a little unusual. A little unusual. I can't really put into words just how it felt. I just felt uneasy. Of course I was watching from the roof, so I didn't exactly know what, but something was different. Thinking back upon what I saw from the roof, it was her expression that seemed different. Could I actually see her expression from the roof? I thought it was a little strange that I could. Maybe I just made it up in my own interpretation because I was worried about her. But I stared at the evening sun outside the window. I had to squint because of the harsh red glare. How could her hair look, bathed in the evening sun? How would her hair look? That's what I thought about, just because. I felt oddly apprehensive. What is this feeling? I can't put a name to it, but it's strange. I exited through the open doors onto the platform, and then I ran to get on the train and going the opposite way. I know this feeling. This apprehension in my chest. That's why I came back. A bad premonition. I had a very bad premonition. The feeling that something terrible was about to happen. I'm never right when I expect something good to happen, but I don't think I've ever been wrong about something bad happening. Maybe that's because my life is full of nothing but bad things. I went back to the place where I'd seen Takashima. Maybe she's not here anymore. Nevertheless, I chased after her. I left the crowded street behind and arrived at a more of a residential area. I don't think Takashima lives around here. What was that? I think I heard a scream. Suddenly something fell on my head from above. I felt something like gravel on my hair when I reached up and touched it. I looked up and saw something on the roof of the apartment complex. Why? Why are they? Wow, this is really reflecting. They were about to fall. They were on the wrong side of the fence, struggling and fighting on the precipice. Takashima was one of the figures. She was struggling with someone on the roof. I ran inside the apartment building. I had no idea what they were doing, but I had to stop them. I smashed the button that was on but there was no sign of the elevator. Before I could finish the sentence, I heard a sound that split the air in twain. The moment I looked back, that sound echoed throughout the area. I heard a sound as if something had just been crushed. It was louder than if a tornado had just ripped off the roof of someone's house. Oh, God. A moment ago, there was no one on this street. There were 3 girls on the asphalt. They weren't moving a muscle, just lying there. There wasn't that much blood. Looking at them like this, they just seemed to be lying on the ground. Really? Maybe it was an absurd question. That's a fucking stupid question. Do they look alright? But they weren't bleeding. The fuck they aren't bleeding? Excuse me? They weren't bleeding, which meant they weren't injured. But is a human leg supposed to bend that way? Is that where a human's arm is supposed to be attached? It was this pink stuff scattered around the asphalt. I'd never seen something like it. There were pink pieces of something that almost looked like tofu. Then around the ground was stained with the red liquid. It gushed out onto the asphalt. That sticky liquid is that blood. And more importantly, that was the spot where I had just been standing. If they had fallen on me from above, you'd have died. I could have died along with them. No. It doesn't sound like they fell. It sounds like a couple, or at least one, jumped. And the rest didn't want to. They fell in an instant. And then they just laid on the ground. It's considering they were fighting. I walked a little closer. As I got closer, I stepped on something. It was a cell phone. The case was split down the middle, but when I opened it, the display still worked. That's right. I should call for an ambulance. I scrambled to call someone on the phone I picked up.
救急車をお願いします。ここは杉宮駅近くのマンションで、高いマンションありますよね。とりあえずお願いします。お願いします。
I called for the ambulance, but I didn't know what else I could do. There is no first aid. But they'll investigate the scene later, so maybe I shouldn't move them. Then maybe I should take a picture. God, that is... Why would that be your first thought? Oh, second thought.
I
looked at the three girls on the ground, and all I could think of was, what kind of first aid do they need? Something to rewind time? I called out to Takashima, who was lying limp on the ground and facing away from me. She didn't move at all. I saw her face for an instant. It simply wasn't the face I knew. It was like... Suicide. Some other people finally came. I slowly backed away. And then I ran. I fled from the place. What just happened? I couldn't comprehend it. The same Takashima who I would talk to days before suddenly fell from the sky and hit the pavement, and her bones had broken and she was now covered in blood. Lots of people came and I ran. I could hardly breathe. Of course I would run from that. Of course I would run from that. Fuck yeah. I didn't go back to my house. I just went to my hideout at school. It was more comfortable than my house, but honestly, I just came here because this is where I usually hang out. If I really think about it, isn't this place kind of scary? No, this is my hideout. There's nothing scary about it. There's nothing scary. Why did I go to a basement? It's probably just something dripping. It just echoed in the silence. God, why don't I have any weapons? The sound was kind of unsettling. Why did I go to underground? I've always stayed here, and there's never been anything scary. Headphones, please. I pulled a manga from the bookshelf. It was just one that had just been made into an anime. Maho Shoujo Riru. Riruru? Oh, fucking obvious. It's kind of a perverted manga. Fucking download anime? Just stream it offline. What? Who downloads it? I turned on my computer and played the video. The walls of this underground space absorbed the sound of the anime. And yet the sound of a single drop echoed throughout the entire space. Why would that happen? Headphones! Maybe just sounds just echo more than others. What? Riru's voice at least pierced through the air. Good. There's nothing to be scared of at all. If all I can hear is Riru's voice. The voice actor has such a cute voice. It's just soothing. Soothing? Fuck? Huh. Did her voice always sound like this? No! Her hair definitely looks like Riru's, but... Okay. Okay, Takashima. You do you.
ここでもしひるんだら世界は破滅してしまうわ。
Uh-huh.
いいの？リレルちゃん、いい。何？世界なんて滅んじゃってもいい。私は死にたくない。リレルちゃんだけ死ねばいいじゃない。
I have a feeling that's the girl on the right over here. I'm just getting that vibe. That's the girl on the left, probably.
二人ともどうしたのよ。
What's this? These three are all calling each other Riruru. These three.
さっきの三人だよな。空へ。
Oh. Reasonable. A sound that split the air in twain. I picked the wrong episode to watch. What?
今の
Why am I here?
なんだよ。
Please.
誰かいるの？
No, I'm not asking that. Where's it
誰もいないの？
gone? I guess it's just my imagination. No, it wasn't. But that actually, I hope to God it is your imagination. But that anime.
だからあんたのためにやってるんじゃないんだからね。
Shut up. It's the same as always. It's the usual voice actor. It's the usual Riruru.
あんたのためじゃないんだからね。
Are you just on fucking repeat?
よかった。あんたのためじゃないんだからね。
Yes.
あんたのためじゃないんだからね。あんたのためじゃないんだからね。あんたのためじゃないんだからね。あんたのためじゃないんだからね。あんたのためじゃないんだからね。
This is so unsettling. Oh my God, I'm actually gonna go crazy. Please stop. Please stop. I swear to God, if it keeps going. Oh my God, this is creepy. I don't know. No. Why am I here? What happened to the lights? Oh, please. I couldn't hear the sound of the generator anymore. It stopped.
だとしたら発電機が止まりそうで電源が不安定だったから動画があんなことになっちゃったんだな。
I don't think that's how it works.
そうだよな。なんか怖くなっちゃったよ。バカだな。そんな大したことじゃないのに。
I don't like that.
誰かいるの？誰かいたずらでしょ？一体誰なの？
A prank. But no one else knows about this place. The only other person who knows about it is...
僕以外に知っている人って。
Ah! Fuck! You should crawl to the hospital, not to me, please.
痛いよ。私、体が。なんで？
Oh God. What's this? Why? I tried to run, but my body wouldn't move. Bye. Oh God. I still tried to force my body to move. My body moved slowly, as if it was submerged in a viscous liquid.
嘘だ。こんなの。
No, this can't be actually happening. A dead person can't be. I tried to run from Takashima Sakura, but I couldn't put my distance between us. Any distance. This feeling, that's right, this feeling. A feeling ingrained in my body. My body grew heavy when I tried to run, as if I were moving in slow motion. This is a dream. This can't be anything other than a dream. This can't. Something like this. I closed my eyes. That's right. This is a dream. I don't know how long I've been asleep, but this is a dream. So it must end. Have an end. It will all be over soon. This can't be reality. Okay. Go away. Please. Okay, that's wonderful. I hope that was a dream. What the hell? This isn't my secret base, it's my room, in my house. This is my bed, I slept here. That's why I thought it wasn't real. Can I see the other side? Because I want to see if because this oddly looks like Yuki's room. It has the same little bunker type shape to it, like the walls look the same. At least the gray ones. I want to see the other side. And I thought I'd witnessed Takushima's suicide. I even imagined her ghost chasing me when I ran away into the school. There are plenty of things that seem crazy when they happen, but once some time passes, you calm down and realize just how ridiculous they were. This is one of those situations. I hope to God it was. Maybe you're getting too much sleep. That's right, there's no way that was real. A dream. It was awfully realistic for a dream, but I still think it was a dream. After all, there's no way that could be real, right? That was a dream. Dreams can't affect reality. Dreams can't permeate into reality. Something terrifying like that. That couldn't ever happen in reality. I looked at the clock. It was still too early to head to school. There's nothing good about getting up early. I crawled back into bed. I don't want to close my eyes. I'm going to imagine that thing again. I went to class. I was a few hours late. There were plenty of reasons why I didn't want to go, but I still needed to get enough credits to graduate. After getting into school, the first thing I did was take a nap in the usual place. Then I entered my classroom during the break period. I always feel like there's a weight on my shoulders when I'm in class. Especially on the day, after a day off, like today, my pain is immeasurable. But you choose to do that? My pulse was racing. Why do I feel so awful every time I come to class? I stood in the hall in front of the classroom door. It was noisy inside since it was break period. My palms were already covered in sweat. I went into the classroom. I entered from the back so I wouldn't stand out. I felt my heart palpitating the instant I went into the classroom. I was sweating too. You wouldn't feel this way if you went early. Yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry about it. Because you're the dude like right on this third row that just has his head down. No one would really notice. I had to give myself some encouragement and make it to my desk. I'm fine. I'm just going to sit through this pointless class in the same room with all these other pointless people. It's not like I'm going to talk to them. It's not like I need to get along with them. I just need to do my best to ignore them. No matter what they say, no matter what they do. None of it matters to me. That's right, it doesn't matter to me. My quiet words were erased by the tumult of the classroom. The words that traveled through my skull and echoed reached my ears alone. It doesn't matter. It's fine. Don't worry. Yes, don't worry about anything. Huh? What? Somehow the tumult caught my attention. Somehow the words they were saying got stuck in my ear. I wasn't supposed to be paying attention to them, but for some reason pieces of their words remained. They're always noisy during the break period. It's just the usual noise. That's right. But something's different. Pieces of words stayed in my ears. Strange pieces. Tsuginamiya Station, street, apartment building. I heard words like that here and there. I met the gaze of several other people. There were also several people glancing at me. Why are they looking at me? I tried not to stand out when I came in. Normally no one would give me a second look. What the hell are you worrying about? And yet... There, they did it again. For some reason, people are looking at me since I came in. Something happened. Did something happen? Did something happen again?
けど、待って、マジ、
それって、ないけど。
ないじゃあ、さ、すげえ。
なんか、とか黒く。いや、なんか、だ。
みたいな、だよ。
になるとさ、じゃん。長い髪で、
とかよくらないんだけど。だって、くんに、傷ついてでしょ?
I couldn't hear what they were talking about. It's always like this. My ears stop working at the most important times. Shit. Sounded like there was some hot new rumor. My hands are soaked with sweat. I don't have any positive memories of this classroom. I can't remember anything good happening here. And when those memories come up, my whole body gets itchy. I get so angry that my hair stands on end. I get too nervous and on edge. I don't know why, but I get irritated and I can't even tell what's happening around me. Right, it's my old memories. My old memories. When I was a freshman, I was bullied by a wider range of people than now. It might be strange to say a wide range, but that's the best way to describe the sheer number of people that would play pranks on me. They would all follow me around and pull pranks on me whenever I went. It happened in the classroom, of course, in the hallway between classes, in the street, and sometimes even on the train. They would tell me almost 24 hours a day and pull pranks on me no matter where I was. That's right, I wasn't kind of a person who would skip class. The worst prank was when someone put a rock on the train tracks and stopped the train I was riding. That was the first time I was late, and then I got into the habit of skipping classes. Do trains stop at rocks? I'd figured they were a little bit bigger than just a little fucking rock. What would win, a small rock or a train? What? It was horrible back then, and they would even hide in the closet at my house and watch me. What? Lately that stopped happening. Excuse me? Who? How did they get into my house? All the bullying that used to be done by a group is now done just by one person. Yuki Tomo-san. He's so brutal that the others started backing off and then in the end left me entirely to him. I'll take it. You know what? I'll take it. It's better than everyone. Speaking of which, is Yuki not here today? You couldn't see him when I looked around the classroom. Probably skipping class. Is that why? Since Yuki isn't here, they wanted to do something awful to me for old time's sake. These people, they're the lowest of the low. I carefully surveyed the classroom to figure out what they were talking about. What? Something is different. Something is strange. I snuck glances at their faces. I don't know what kind of pretext they would concoct if I looked straight at them. So I observed them without meeting their eyes.
やっぱりのらしいしよ。なんかいたんだけど、待って、そんことあるので、知らのいるのすげえ
Oh my god.
のおみたいなとになるとさ、いの長の髪の
I couldn't understand what they were saying. It was like they were saying something, but all I heard was apostrophe S's. This time I looked directly at them. What's wrong with them? They're acting completely different from usual. Different from usual. What is it? Think. What could it be? Almost like they're laughing, almost like they're crying, or rather like they're afraid. The classroom was filled with unsettling expressions. Their expressions were different from usual. No, they were expressions I'd never seen before. I can't understand these eerie expressions. Why would they make these faces if they're going to pull a prank on me? What's with those faces? What the hell's happening here? These faces, this crowd of faces, I started to feel uncomfortable. I couldn't stand their expressions, but I felt hatred. I couldn't understand what they were thinking. Maybe this is why I felt uncomfortable, or maybe... These unpleasant expressions, laughing, crying, fear, and the people watching from afar, the way they all flock together. It seems like I've seen this in the past. That kind of discomfort. What is this feeling? Their faces. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand. My clenched fist grew hot. My hand was slimy with sweat. My face grew hot. My mouth hardened and my cheeks stung. My pores became incredibly itchy. An itch as if something was leaking from my scalp. Just ask someone. What is this feeling? Their faces. I don't understand. 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 I don't. No. If I think too hard, my heart starts throbbing. No, if I get too stressed out, my heart starts throbbing too hard, and then there's nothing to do. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe, but the atmosphere in the class, it's definitely not normal. There has to be something wrong. But what? No, stop. You're thinking too hard again. Your heart's just going crazy. They're actually not looking at me at all anymore. Was I just imagining it? Anyway, I sat in my seat, but still this chatter. I wonder what's wrong.
No.
しののいるのののの
No.
のの
No.
の
No.
のの
Just now I heard death.
のし
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 Death. What's wrong? They said someone's death. Whose death? What does that mean? Maybe they're really talking about me. Oh my god, everything's fucking about you. What? Maybe they'd be glad if they could drive me to suicide. Yes. Is that it? Is their chatter really about me? That's it. It has to be it. That's why they're looking at me like that. Those bastards. They're the lowest of the low. Shit. Oh, my head's itchy. My pores hurt. Crap, why does it feel like this? Them, it's their fault. Yeah, it's all their fault. It itches. I scratched at my head and arms. I couldn't help it. It was so painful and itchy. Damn it, those bastards. That's it. If I were the Prime Minister, I would kill you all. That's right. And sentence you all to death. The loser, the whore, the idiot, the slut, the student, you're the ignorant, a happy, the death sentence. That's right, the death sentence. I won't let you have a normal death, something more degrading and more painful. Right, even if you scream, I won't forgive you. First, I'll tie you naked up in public, no matter if you're a man or a woman, of course. Then I'll take red hot pliers and cut off into your calf, then your thigh, and then your right arm, and finally I'll gouge out your chest. For the women, I'll carve into your breast until I see the bone under your flesh, and then I'll use a ladle to pour molten lead into all the holes I've carved into your flesh. In the calf, the thigh, the arm, and of course the hole I've cut into your chest. And then the air will be filled with the smell almost like a barbecue. The lead will cook you all from the inside. Drip. What is this, rain? No, wait, it's tears. Your eyes are wet with tears. In my life, I've cried far more tears than you. Pathetic. No one is going to sympathize with you, just like how no one has ever sympathized with me. No one will sympathize with you. The death penalty will still continue. Next, I'll take your rope from a harness and wrap it around a horse, and your thighs, your legs, your arms, and all your limbs. I'll make it pull. From what I've heard, even with a horse's strength, it's not easy to sever the joints. I'll make the whole horse pull over and over, and you'll scream with indescribable pain every single time. If 4 horses aren't enough, I'll make it 6. Even if I won't be able to sever them, the 4.5 hours the horses will try to rip you in two, but they won't be able to remove your limbs. It's not their fault. I'll order the executioner to cut the flesh of your limbs with a knife. You're fucked up. What the hell? Those cuts will go all the way to the bone. They say a horse can sever limbs unless I can do that. Can't sever limbs. Then the horse will pull with all their strength, and I mean, they would already be dead after you pour lead on inside of them. Everyone will hear the sound of your flesh ripping apart. Everyone will hear the sound of your bones being crushed. Finally, your limbs will be severed. But you know, even when that happens, human doesn't die. Even in that state, you'll writhe in pain. Your jaw will move up and down, almost as if you were talking. As the Prime Minister, I would watch the spectacle, and then I would give the final command. Your severed limbs, and finally your torso. Even after being cut into pieces, you won't die. You'll be burned alive. Slowly, slowly. That will be the last thing you experience on this earth. This was the method of execution for regicides under France's absolute monarchy. A man named Damiens actually experienced in 1754. So all of you will end up in the same way. Of course. Because you bullied me, the ruler of time. This is just the right kind of punishment. Oh, Jesus.